But if you are not married to someone as a man, I do not recommend putting your name on a birth certificate unless you've done a DNA test. You are the only one who knows what you're doing with your cootie cat.
When I raised my daughter, I was only getting $125 a month in child support.
Babe? What do you mean, babe? You know I'm already talking to somebody else.
Black men are failing to fight against systematic oppression because they're too focused on fighting against black women.
How she can sit in your car, but I can't? That's not fair.
Get on my car.
She can sit in your car, but I can't.
How much
Call
it-
911 to remove me.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
So as many of you know, I'm a family lawyer who does not practice family law anymore because it was extremely stressful. Now, in case you don't know, in many states in the United States, if you are married to a person, any children born of the marriage are just assumed to be children of the husband. So your name is going on that birth certificate. But if you are not married to someone as a man, I do not recommend putting your name on a birth certificate unless you've done a DNA test. Now, I've seen a lot of women respond defensively and say that it's insulting when a man demands a DNA test, and I personally think that it speaks more of that woman's ego than the situation at hand. Because in a society where a lot of women go through men's phones because they want some kind of reassurance of fidelity, I just don't understand why you are so averse to giving somebody reassurance about something as important as a child. Now, see, a lot of you are playing with people's genetics, and children actually need to know who their parents are so that you can check and see if there are any genetic issues that that child has. But like I said, many of your egos are more important than anything else in this world. Now, see, as a woman, when you have your child, you know that's your child because you have carried that child. But the man has to rely on your representation. And if you're not even comfortable relying on his representation that he's not cheating and you have to go through his phone, why would he rely on your representation that that child is his? You are the only one who knows what you're doing with your cootie cat.
My point exactly.
I actually think a DNA test is a beautiful gift to give a man to provide him with that reassurance that he seeks. And it also lets you know they didn't switch your baby at the hospital. I gladly did one, and apparently that's my child, so I'm stoked.
No, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Don't tell me she actually quit her job because she got so stressed from seeing so many guys raise kids, be around kids that are not theirs. Could you imagine being a lawyer and quitting? Man, she really cares about men. That's good to know. But yes, it's bad. Guys, doesn't matter if you think she's the one. She's never going to do anything. When you feel like that, that's probably when you should definitely get one, right? Definitely get a DNA test. Unless the kid comes out looking like a splitting image of you. Looks like your baby pictures. I say that because my son came out looking like my baby pictures. He looked just like me as a baby. If it's not that split resemblance, get a DNA test.
Take it off.
What are you wearing?
Take it
Bro.
What?
What?
No!
You asked me to take it off. What do you mean?
That was way too fast.
One hand was impressive, wasn't it?
No, don't be proud of that.
Why? I'm highly skilled.
Shows that you've been around.
Okay.
I mean, you can't get mad at the guy, right? That's why you got with him. If he was the super nice guy, you probably wouldn't be with him. I know these white boys, man. These guys, sometimes they're jerks, but that's what your girls like. You love them for it. Why talk about it now?
I can pull it together. Okay, I am running late to Girls Night Out. We're literally rushing out the door right now. But I have to show y'all the reveal. Like I always do every single time. Obsessed. The front girl always does it for me. Oh, if I can get it out. Okay, we're rushing. I'm hurrying. Okay, the back. Okay, let's see. Oh, I love it. So pretty. Okay, perfect. I'll show you the full fit. 2 seconds. Okay, this is the final fit, and oh my god! Okay, Girls Night Out. Bye.
And I'm sorry. I say it like this. If my wife said she was going on a girls' night out, it wouldn't be like that. They look alike because they're older, right? When they get older like that, they married for a while, they turn into degenerates sometimes. Seriously, I see it just like a bunch of guys going out. Hey, they could be doing no wrong, but I see them as degenerate men, degenerate women looking to pick up man, random man. I don't know why. I do. Why? Because I've been around the block. I know how these things go. Travel around and scour looking for men. Don't sleep, guys. That's what they do.
Now, have you guys heard about how Trump is saying that um, if parents have child support orders on the other parent or the father or the mother,
You see these eyes? It looked like you high as hell. You shouldn't use eyes like that.
that they cannot file taxes on the child, the person who's paying the child support
What's going on? What's going on?
is the one who gets to file the taxes on the child.
You heard what she said? If they can't file taxes on the child, the one who pays support is allowed to file taxes. That sounds about right. It's not law yet, but she's the only one I heard say it like that. And I didn't do research on it yet, but I'm sure that's probably how it states. If they don't file taxes on a child or if they're not working.
On the child, if that isn't the craziest I've ever heard, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, I would not have been able to deal with that had that been me 32 years ago. When I raised my daughter, I was only getting $125 a month in child support. And I was working 2 jobs back then. I would have blown my head gasket if he had to file taxes on her and she was living with me and I was only getting $125 a month child support. And for my second daughter, it was only $225. No.
Stop chiming in. Seriously. I'm sure that bill is not going to be about ladies like you. Everybody's in a panic over nothing.
Y'all, I want me a man that makes me so comfortable I wake up in the middle of the night and go, I need to get on a sourdough recipe. I need to get to cooking. I want a man so good to me that I wake up and I'm like, oh, my uterus. I think I need a child in there. Like, that's what I want. Not like a man that I'm fearing for my life and like thinking like, I need to check his Instagram followers. Like, I don't want that. I don't really want that anymore.
I don't want that. I don't really want that anymore. Let's do an investigation. Looks like she's about to hit 30. Yeah, she hit that epiphany stage. She realized I need the good guy. Guess what, Rebecca? I'm just throwing a name out there. Guess what, Rebecca? All of the good guys are gone. Yes, that's right. Or they're not dealing or paying attention or taking a lot of you serious anymore. That's what's happening. Now you come around. No, that's not gonna happen. The Chads, they're not done with you yet. Because you're still gonna keep chasing Chads. You are. You can't resist it. Right? If you're trying to find a man on a dating site, you're gonna go for Chad. Who's the most desirable? That's who you're going for. Spinning the wheels around in a circle and land in the same place. It's like a game of Monopoly. You know when you roll the dice and you keep going around the board? That's what they do.
Could eventually get on the same cycle.
And think about it. That's how life is. But it's wild. You keep following the same path and getting the same results. I was one of those guys in life. I had to follow different paths. That's why right now I'm out in the Philippines. Seriously. I said, no, that path, already did that. Did that for 10 years. Okay, that's not going to work out. Seriously, I was a degenerate back in the days, but I saw what my degenerate ways would get me. I had to leave it alone. Early. Yes, I repeat, early. They do this 20, 30 years. Don't see it. Guys are not dealing anymore.
You should never have to wonder if a guy's into you. If he's not chasing you, then he's not into you.
My whole tip, and I know I'm married, do nothing. Do
nothing.
Nothing. But you know what? People.
I don't think they realize. See, they're giving this advice. This is a podcast. They got 2 mics in their hands. And they're giving advice. And men are not chasing how they did back in the day. So you're giving old advice. Seriously. I'm not the one to have people moving around in fear. Yes, guys will still talk to you. They will. But chase? So outdated.
Can't do it.
They
can't take the advice to just do.
They take one glass of wine and it's game over.
No text, no call. If he wants to pick up the phone and call, he can call.
When a woman's chasing a man on text, would you think he's going to go, I'm working, I'm busy, stop, leave me alone. And the next thing you know, he's going to block you.
Men want to hunt. I want to be hunted.
Right. You like the knowing that he's after you.
Yes.
I don't know any guy that just wants to be chased all the time. And I told my sisters growing up all the time, you should never have to wonder if a guy's into you. If he's not.
Old lady and suck up. Seriously. That's who's giving advice right now. Old lady, and suck up. Yeah, man, listen to that. Yeah, ladies listen to it and keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Chasing you, then he's not into you.
If you like 3-4 days of him calling you, checking in, you can say, hey, how's your day? Like, that's different because that's showing care and you're not a bitch.
In this day and age, if a guy is actually saying like, hey, I'm into you, if you feel the same way, like give him the opening. If you don't give him the opening, then he's moving on.
Man, lady, y'all are doomed. Y'all are doomed. This is a podcast that so many of you are probably listening to. I'm sure. From ages 20 to 40. Tuned in. Earphones in ear and everything. Tuned in like this. Tuned in. Listening. Eyes glued to the screen. And wondering why you're single. This is why.
No longer can you call me single. I prefer the rebrand, a catch that cannot be caught.
I want drama. What do you mean I want my man?
Yeah, I'm
I don't have to leave. You call me. You text me, I'm calling 911. They don't have to remove me
Go
out the car.
yourself. Get out my
Call
shit.
911 to remove me.
Sometimes letting go is hard. You went to his house or his job, broke in his car, and said call 911 to remove you. I wonder why he's done. This is exactly why he left and found another girl. He saw signs that she was like this.
This woman is crazy.
And she's doing it now. Look at this.
Because you're not finna leave me. I didn't do nothing to you. You don't even want to try to make up. I ain't do nothing to you.
Get out my car.
Okay? I can move in a minute. How she can sit in your car, but I can't? That's not fair.
Get out my car.
She can sit in your car, but I can't. I'm not moving. She can sit in your car, but I can't. You thought she was just going to kick me out. No. They don't have to remove me out the car.
Get out my
Call
shit.
911 to remove me.
911, what's your emergency?
Man, call 911 to remove me. Don't touch her. Call 911 to remove her. Yes, do that. Do that. Get her locked up. Yes. And press charges too. See, guys are going to have to start pressing charges on ladies like this. He left you for a reason. He saw you do this before. Or when he was with you, maybe he did get something you wanted to eat and you flipped out over food. And he said, I'm checking out. Seriously, I had one like that back in the day. I broke up with her instantly. I told the story before. One day, be at my place. She wanted to get busy. I was falling asleep. I was nodding off. She sprayed something in my ear. I got up, pushed it back like, what are you doing? She wrapped the extension cord, my extension cord for the cable. It was the cable cord. It was hanging off the wall. She wrapped it around my neck. That was her reaction to me, like pushing it back. I moved the extension cord off my neck, hit her by mistake here. Oh, it's fine. I can take it. Leave. Never spoke to her again. Never again. I'm sure something similar happened to this man. Congratulations, bro. You're doing the right thing. You found somebody else. I did the same thing many years ago. Congrats to you.
Stop. Why are you doing that?
You stop.
Babe, why are you acting like this?
Babe, What do you mean, babe? You know I'm already talking to somebody else. Why are you calling me babe?
I don't think, I just feel like it's temporary.
Okay, but
You obviously
it doesn't
still
matter
love
to you.
me.
It doesn't matter to you because we're done. So
Okay,
why are you here?
Let's just have a conversation.
Nope.
We have a trip planned to Vegas if you forgot. Are you
Cancel
coming
it.
or no?
Cancel it. I'm not going. I'm not. Take somebody else.
We can't go as friends?
Oh, no. Why do we need to talk?
Because you will not even talk, but you told me that you would show me how to play Jackpot World before the trip. So I thought I could come in and you could just show me that.
It's a free phone game. Play it by yourself.
Okay, well, I don't know how to use it.
Super easy. They'll teach you on the game.
So you just don't want to talk?
I don't want to talk. I don't want to look at you. I don't want anything to do with you.
You're
Please
just
leave.
being rude at this point.
Yeah, he's done. Leave him alone. He's done.
I am leaving, and I am never coming back.
Because if he did the same thing, he'd be going off. Or you'd probably be quiet. You'll let him cry his eyes out and see him as weak. Men can't get away with the same thing at all. Let him dare. Let him dare to shed a tear. You're looking at him like, get out of here. Go over there. Go somewhere. Really, that's what guys are getting.
Did you guys all hear or see the tweet that Donald Trump put out? That if you put your baby daddy on child support, that he gets to claim your child for income tax? Like, what? I mean, my ex-husband, who cheated and has a whole new family, decided to leave, and he decided not to see my son anymore, even though we have court orders saying that he is allowed to see him, but he chooses not to. He does give child support, but I have a job and I go to school, so I pay all the rent, I pay everything. The child support goes to my son. He's special needs, so it goes to him. I save it for him, I give it to him, so it's not like he pays my bills or anything, and my son is with me every day. As much as he lives with me every day. He has not seen his dad, even though I do text him and ask him if he wants to come see him for his birthdays and stuff, but he chooses to ignore and everything, so it's whatever. But why would he be able to claim him for income tax when he does not live with him just because he pays $300 a month? That's just ridiculous. Donald Trump, you're a freaking idiot.
Man, this got them in uproar. It's wild. A little bit of change has them in an uproar. This is what was needed, right? In order to get them to stop taking advantage and to wake up, they needed a shaking. This is that shaking.
Black men are failing to fight against systematic oppression because they're too focused on fighting against black women. Patriarchy and white supremacy aren't just systems, they're weapons. Black women, already burdened by racism and sexism, often face an additional layer of harm from black men who've been conditioned to uphold patriarchal ideals. This isn't a coincidence. It's a deliberate strategy designed to divide and conquer. This brings us to Law 39 of the 48 Laws of Power. Stir up waters to catch fish. Patriarchy and white supremacy thrive on chaos, using black men to control black women, ensuring that our community remains fractured and powerless. Black men often shame black women for being too masculine or too independent, ignoring the burden society places on us.
That's not the patriarchy doing that. If you are too masculine, saying, yeah, focus on my career first, not a man, that's masculine as hell. The way you argue out in the streets, I showed in the video, the way the girl was flipping about getting back with her boyfriend. I saw right after that video, a white lady did the same thing. Did you notice the difference? I'm calling like I see it. I'm telling the truth. Everybody noticed the difference. That white lady was sweet, wasn't she? I'm not trying to say all white ladies are like that. You got some that are ghetto as hell. I know that. But that is, in general, what happens. Right? So, it's a big difference. It's night and day.
They use these stereotypes to blame black women for systematic issues, erasing the reality that our strength is actually a response to oppression and not a character flaw. Platforms being led by black men are amplifying attacks on black women by labeling us as unworthy and undesirable. These men are mocking our natural features, our choices, and our achievements, reinforcing white supremacist beauty standards and patriarchal control. Black women are the backbone of every liberation movement. Yet, black men often benefit from our work, and then they refuse to support us in return. They expect us to fight for their rights while denying us the respect and care we deserve. Internalized anti-blackness teaches black men to devalue black women, especially dark-skinned women. They adopt harmful stereotypes, pit women against each other based on complexion, and align themselves with white supremacist ideals that perpetrate harm. These behaviors are not random. They're systematic. Patriarchy and white supremacy condition black men to see black women's independence as a threat. Some men align with these systems out of ignorance, but others deliberately weaponize them to dominate black women, seeing our autonomy as a challenge to their own fragile sense of power. The result? Black women are left feeling unsupported, gaslit, and devalued.
Gaslit from being independent boss queens?
Are you kidding me?
It's gotten out of control. That's not men trying to control you. That's telling you for your own good. I seen Melissa Ford. She did a video not too long ago. I meant to react to it. I didn't chop it down. But I'm 48, single, and a cat lady. Why is she 48, single, and a cat lady? She had tons of opportunity. She spoke about how she's been with guys. She's almost married, I think, 3 times. Or something like that. I could be wrong. But she said she was almost married 3 times. Almost married 3 times. Why didn't she get married 3 times? Chasing the bag. And we're trying to use that against you? It's for your own good. But it's fine. That's why passport bros are a thing now. Seriously. Because it's not just black women, actually. It's modern women. I'll be real and say that. I don't blame it all on you. There was a reason why I left 11 years ago. I saw it was most modern women. It started to become most women.
Valued by the very men who should be standing beside us. This isn't just emotional harm. It's a betrayal that keeps us isolated and exhausted. Despite this, black women remain at the forefront of liberation movements, carrying the weight of both racism and sexism while being vilified for our efforts. Our strength and independence are viewed as problems and not solutions.
I'm 13% victim.
Because they expose the cracks in a system designed to oppress us all. Why do black men work so hard to keep black women in their place? How has this affected your relationships, your self-worth, or the view of the community? Share thoughts in the comments, call out toxic behaviors you experience, and follow for more breakdowns.
We have to stop this, right? You blaming black men. Why? Blame feminism. That's what you blame. Blame feminism. That was given to you by the patriarchy to control the masses. But it's going to be the same thing, spinning in circles. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next video.
Coming.